Hello, YouTube. Back again. It's 2 o'clock, and I am doing my live stream today. I just wanted to talk about, should we be afraid? It's a lot of things going on out there, and I'm just worried about what's going on out there because I don't really understand everything that's going on. But I'm here to let you know that we should be afraid. I'm not talking doom and gloom. Hey, D. Griffin. Hey, Homestead Aquarius. Hey, Pepperbat Mitchell. Hey, my grandson is here. Hey, Shaky. Red Pill Bubble, how y'all doing? I was just getting started, and I was talking about should we be afraid? And I realized that, yes, we should be afraid because of it's a lot of things out there. This is just a bad year. I would say any other time, nah, don't worry, don't be afraid. But I can say we need to be afraid because it's so many, how can I say, variables out there that we don't understand. I mean, okay, like I was following the money. I love to follow the money. It gives me something to do. It's like a hobby. And I found out how vulnerable Wall Street is. It's heading for a collapse, and there's nothing we can do about it. It wouldn't make a difference of who would be president or who wouldn't be president. I mean, it's just gonna fall. It's gonna collapse. It's on a bubble right now. Let's see. Okay, hey, crazy Mexican, just be prepping. Agrophobic Adam, how y'all doing? And I was just talking about should we be afraid? Yes, we should be afraid. I mean, right now, I think I said this several times. We're in the middle. Wait a minute. Well, Pepperbat Mitchell said, "Afraid plus fear equals run." And we should run, but there's nowhere to run to. This is a nation. This is a nationwide thing. I mean, the only people you can really trust is your local officials. I would say that your local government, because on the federal and even the state government, they don't know what you need. They don't know how much in trouble you are, how these rental evictions are affecting the people in this housing crisis that's coming right now with these people not being able to pay their mortgages and on the verge of being put out on the streets, and with our Congress. Whew, I'm gonna say the McConnell Pelosi Congress, with them two out there fighting political gains and hurting the people that needed their money that didn't get it. Now they're gonna have to wait till after they decide to come back and the election is over. And by then, them people, they out in the food lines right now. They out there at the food bank right now. They trying to make ends meet. The kids can't go to school because in our county, at 2 o'clock a day, which is right now, our governor is having a news conference right now to probably tell us that we'll be the first county in the purple. I didn't even know we had a purple. I know we had yellow, orange, red, because we've been in red for a while. Now we're going to go to purple. I don't even know what that means. Well, I will find out later. Let's see who else here. Nothing stopping the reset. It's gonna suck. I hope they do, and I hope it do better than what we got now because this is terrible. Hey Ryan, that's Ryan from Prescott Caliber Club. That's Ryan. He's a great guy. If you ever need anything, especially as far as weaponry or ammo or anything like that, you need to go watch his channel. It's called the same thing, Prescott Caliber Club. He has a lot of stuff. Plus, he's a dealer. He's had his own company. D. Griffin say they don't care. You're right. When you get to be millionaires like these guys in Congress, they don't care. Hey, Tony, our cabin in the woods and L.A. Prepper. Hello, sir. L.A. Prepper. He's a good guy. He was one of the first guys to ever give me a shout out on this channel. I remember way back when I first started, he did a shout out for me. That's right before he moved. I think he moved to L.A. County, out of L.A. County, one of the places. I forgot where he moved to. But anyway, he's a good guy. Crazy Mexican says something. Have you ever heard of No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I heard of this guy, Jeremiah Baby, or something like that. He talks about a lot about the money. You know, he's a good guy. Let's see. Nancy Pelosi donated some ice cream to the local food bank. No, no, we don't want anything that she's gonna donate because we don't know what it might cost us. Because she's one of them people that you can't get nothing unless you give her something. Okay, let me put it that way. But anyway, see, that's the hard truth. That's the hard truth. Hey, Willie Grove, and I hate to say that, you know, because it's all a matter of public trust, and that's why we have so much doubt, and that's why a lot of people are afraid, and they got these bug out bags, and they feel that they're gonna leave their homes. I mean, it's funny, you know, when I was growing up, when you knew you were successful, it ain't like when they had back in the day when you had a chicken in every pot. When you was able to buy a house and be a homeowner, that's when you knew you were successful. You got a car, you know, they say 2-car garage, you got 2 cars and a house. And then you knew you had hit the big time. You knew you were successful. Nowadays, if you get up in the morning, you're able to feed yourself, you're successful, because that's the way things go, because it's going to get worse. And the food crisis, I didn't even mention the food crisis because that is really scary. I mean, the prices are creeping up slowly, and then the amount of food that you can get ain't even on the shelves anymore. Stuff you used to go buy, it's not there. I mean, and the food crisis is going to hit us like a brick hitting you in the face, because you see it coming, but you hesitate. You know, you pause, and you know what they say: if you procrastinate, you're going to be a victim. So you got to be ready. Oh, 3 people were stabbed and killed while praying in France by Islamic terrorists this morning. Oh yeah, man. You know what? You know, that's my grandson, Shaky Pack. Let me tell you, I don't know if a lot of you heard about the F-16 that had intercepted a plane that was heading toward the Trump rally over in Arizona. It's crazy. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't know what's going on with this world, but I have never even heard of this stuff before now. I mean, people trying to kill each other, politicians off. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We need to get united again. And that's what the problem is. That's why I am afraid that this country might not ever be this country. We might not ever be the United States of America. When we do this reset, are we going to do the reset with the North, South, East, and West? Or are we going to do red states, blue states, green states, whatever states separately? Or are we going to still be united as one people? And I don't know. I mean, with Polanski and McConnell, you know, they played so many games to do so much salt in the wounds that we might not ever be able to come back and be like we were. Because right now, see, what a lot of people don't know, we're in an apocalypse. Not for the people, but for the real estate, retail, and restaurant industry. They're in an apocalypse. Restaurants are closing daily here. I mean, long-term restaurants, good restaurants. Restaurants I have eaten at, they were great food. They're in apocalypse right now. They can't afford to stay open, so they're closing. Retail stores, where everybody know what happened to all the J.C. Penney's and all them other stores, they gone. I mean, like I say, housing. People are 4 or 5 months behind on their rent and mortgage. They about to get put out. See, right now they're in an apocalypse. Those industries. You see what I'm saying? People might say, "Oh yeah, we just opened up another Chevy plant. We rolling off the first electronic car." That's golf well and dandy, but it's gonna sit on a lot like a lot of cars did when nobody without any money. Nobody had money to buy cars. And right now we're heading that same way with nobody gonna have money to buy cars. Let's see. Hey, Sapphire Diamond to Pearl. Let's see. They can say we are divided right now. You're right. We are divided right now. So I don't know. He says, Kent Johnson Gardner, I ain't heard from you for a while. Wow. He said they aren't allowed to open all the way. You're right, because right now there was no indoor dining. You know what I mean? There was no indoor dining, and you couldn't be more than so many feet away, and they had plexiglass up if you were allowed to open. And right here, see, we got bars in Cleveland, in Ohio. Our governor said that if you go to a bar, 10 o'clock is the cutoff line. No liquor after 10. I don't know if it meant that the bars got to close, but they're enforcing that too. They're enforcing that. They done gave out so many citations to certain bars. This is crazy. Brick and mortar apocalypse is upon us. That's what I just said. The restaurant, the retail, they all gone. They are gone. They are gone. And you can't really start up a business if you wanted to right now because there's no money to give you for that. They're only giving out money to maintain what you got. But if what you got is about to be lost, you're going to need more money. Let's see. 21 people. Okay. Hey, Donna. Yeah, so like I said, you should be. They say, wait a minute, Dwayne has a squad that researches for violators. Yes, he does, and he's been here. He's been all over this part of northeastern Ohio. He had gave this one place out in Maple Heights, 2 citations, another one in East Cleveland, another one downtown. So he's been all over. They've been getting violations, and our news people love to print that stuff all the time about who's being caught. So anyway, what I want to say is, look, everybody, you need to be aware and prepared. Awareness and preparedness. That's what we need to do because when the stuff comes, and like I say, it's going to come. And it's going to, like I say, hit you like a brick in the face when it do happen, especially with this food crisis. And you know about the weather. I talked about the weather, oh man, all winter long last year and all summer long, and the weather haven't changed. Matter of fact, it's getting worse. All right. You see, we set a record as far as hurricanes coming up through the Gulf of Mexico and through the Florida. And we got another one, was it Zeta? It is coming up here and it's bringing its rain up to where I'm at today. So I'm just saying, so far so good as far as that goes. But that storm, the northeasters that's coming out, that's going to really hurt us, especially when you got this virus out there that making people sick. And you know how it is when the weather change. See, I don't know. When the weather change, I usually get sick. You know, with a quick 20, 30 degree temperature change, my body can't handle it like it used to, and I usually catch a cold. But now I'm afraid to death. If I catch a cold, it might be something else. So I'm like, you know, maybe I'm thinking things are unraveling. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't see this election being the savior. Because what I'm hearing is that we're going to have a new Congress and a new president. As far as the polls go, I have no idea. And to tell you the damn truth, I don't give a damn anymore. Because I seen what they did before with this Congress that we had and this House that we had. And nobody cares about the poor people. And I don't consider myself rich. I own a home. Yes, I got a car. My wife got a car, you know. But that used to be the dream, but not anymore. Now you need more. Like I say, now I'm just happy if I wake up in the morning and I got food. You know, I got food because I'm prepping, but I'm just saying anything can happen. We can go into a lockdown today. Like I say, our governor talking about we're gonna lock down the state, the county, not the state, by counties. And like I say, we heading toward purple right now. So I don't know. Like I say, when I get off my lab, I'll find out what the bad news is because it's all bad news from him. About 5 years ago, I had somebody hook up block here. They turned the power off. No power, no free power for them. Oh, okay, that's funny. Yeah. So, like I said, I remember when preppers were laughed at and mocked by COVID. COVID hit. Look, I open eyes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm right, Shaky. I remember when I was first started prepping and I started putting away a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I remember when I did my first video and I tried to tell people, especially seniors, about the virus. And then I remember I did my supply video for Inner City. Everybody was laughing. I mean, people, my own family members, they were laughing. I get phone calls. I mean, they were ha 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 ha. They're talking about wife, your husband crazy and everything. Then when the virus hit and they shut down the state, I was getting people calling me left and right. I couldn't get off the phone because they was asking me, you know, what should they do? What can I do? What do I need to do? I told them I need to start prepping. I need to go to the store and buy some stuff, some beans and rice for some long-term stuff, some canned food. Don't go buy 50 packs of toilet paper, like the people were doing. But now nobody's laughing at me anymore. I don't care. They could have laughed. They could still be laughing. They laughed at Noah. I mean, all I try to do is just spread the message. And I'm trying to tell people now that everything is unraveling. I mean, the retail and restaurants, they're in the apocalypse now. The people, we're in SHTF now. We're in SHTF now. We haven't hit the apocalypse now, but we heading there. I mean, all it takes is this food shortage to really go out and I shall say this without cussing, go out and make a statement that we are starving. And people, used to see these apocalypse movies where these guys go out and catching dogs and cats and eat them. I ain't about that. I put food away for my family. I put food away for me, and I hope everybody out there that's listening to this video do the same thing. I know I talked to some new people that's on my line that watched some of my video, and they started prepping. Location. You're right, Prepper Matt Mitchell. Everybody's location is different. Like I'm in the city. You know what I mean? I know what my limitations are. I know what I need to do. And then if you're in a rural area or you got a homestead, you know what you need to do. You planted your gardens this year. You got your harvest and you got your chickens and you got your pigs and your goats or whatever. You need to stock up and be prepared because see, I'm in the city. I'm gonna have it bad, but I think that the people that's in the rural areas, that in homesteads areas and stuff like that, in the Amish country, you're gonna have it worse than me, because see, I'm pretty sure that most of them they might try to do something to me, they might not, but I think most people they're gonna bypass my location. They're gonna go straight out there to the homesteads to try to get cows and chickens and steal your vegetables, because that's what they learned watching the movies. They learned I'm gonna leave the city and go out to the country, and they have no skills. The ones that don't die from insect bites or snake bites or running into a rabbit deer or something, they're gonna come and try to take your stuff. I'm just saying, everybody ain't your friend when it comes to feeding their families. It's the fate of the nation, I guess. So like I said, when this food shortage come, they're gonna probably hit the big stores. They go to Walmart and loot televisions like they can eat televisions and radios. They can't eat televisions, they can't eat radios because they probably won't be any electricity. But they're gonna go and take them anyway. You'll see them. And then they're gonna figure out that they need to get some food, and all the grocery stores have already been looted. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna get into their little cars and caravan, not carry any extra gas with them, and they're gonna drive out one of the interstates to get to the first 2 or 3 farmhouses they see. And they're gonna go over there and say, "Hey, I remember when I used to go out here to Cedar Point. I used to see cows in this field. Let's go." 15, 16 of them gonna go out there and get killed trying to rob somebody's farm. And that's what's gonna happen, because that's what they learned from TV and the media. I think things are going to get really bad. I think things are going to get really bad. And it's going to happen everywhere. It's going to happen everywhere. The economic reset was predicted and known going to happen in decades. A few, but most of the society is devastating. You know what? Only the elite family is going to make out. When this economic reset happened and the Wall Street fall and crash, only thing it's going to do to us is destroy our pensions, destroy our retirements. It's like Enron all over again. It's like the savings and loan. I don't know if you guys remember the savings and loans company. I had my first bank account of the savings and loan before they all went out of business. And it's like the savings and loan. It's the calm. No, it's not the calm before the storm. I'm gonna say we in the eye of the storm right now, because we already had this thing that shut down just about every state. Matter of fact, the president, he shut down the country once, and then the governors are re-shutting down states again. So, the storm is already here. So we just trying to ride it out and survive it and hope that it won't be as bad next year as it is this year. But who knows? All I'm saying is you try to survive day to day so you prepare for the future. So you got to go out there and you got to get your stuff. I mean, because without a doubt, it's going to get bad. And you don't want to have to sell your soul for a few cans of beans. And there's going to be people out there. I'm going to call them warlords. There's going to be out there. They're going to have stuff and they're going to control the people. It's going to be like Mogadishu, where the warlords took over. You know, people didn't have no food. And so whatever the warlords said, they did, and they gave them food, and they would go out there and fight for them. That's what we heading to. We heading to like a Mad Max scenario that's going to happen. And it's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you, it's not going to happen in the city because they're going to know the city's going to be picked clean. It's going to be nothing but bones in the city. They're going to go out there where the food is at because food is power. Ain't no food in the city. If we ever had a civil war and a revolution, all they got to do is cut off the trucks. Cities are starved. Ain't no, the city doesn't do anything but manufacture goods. I mean, we don't manufacture food. I mean, you got little gardens here and there. I had a little garden. I mean, but in this situation, the money is going to be in people that own the land, that own farms. You know what I mean? It's going to be like that. It's going to be like feudal times, you know, where you had the land barons. And that's what's going to happen. And then everybody's going to be moving out there to try to take your stuff if you're on a farm. I'm just not gloom and gloom. I'm just telling you the way the mindset is of the people in the city, because I walk down the street and I look around. It's no gardens. We got a few public gardens that people plant and stuff like that. But you're talking about a city of 389,000 people. And you're talking about a garden that may be, about 100 yards long. How many people can you feed on 100 yards worth of collard greens? Something like that. See? So you got to just be aware. I hope you got ammo because you're going to need it. Because like I say, ammo is hard to come by. And when you do buy ammo, like I said, a box of ammo that cost you $10 last year is up to $50 this year. That's 9mm. You can't find ammo. And I was talking to a guy that online yesterday. He was going out to the gun range, and I told him I wish I could go out to the gun range, but I can't afford to waste my ammo like that because I might need it. Rabbit deer. Yes, we have rabbit deer here, LA Prepper. We have what they call a zombie deer. We still got them. They haven't killed all of them. Our deer population here is crazy. I mean, people, if you go out of the city, you ain't even, matter of fact, I had deer in my yard. You know, I had like 3 or 4 deer in my yard. I made a video of them. And they all around. You know, we surrounded by deer because this used to be a forest city, and we got deer everywhere. And like I say, I live pretty close to the lake, so they always around the creeks. You know, like we got 9 Mile Creek around the corner up there. They always around the water. So, yeah, we have deer. Every year they used to have guys go out to Solon, which is not that far from here, and they would what they call the herd, shoot a lot of deer to keep the herd from getting so big. Yeah, we have a lot of them. Have you ever heard? Yeah, it's even hard to find 22 ammo. You're right about that because, like I say, they gouge. They getting rich. They see what's coming and they raise their prices up crazy. They still have 12 gauge dove shot. Yeah, number 7s and number 8s you can probably get a box of 100 for a reasonable price. But like I said, slugs, what's that? Double I buck. You know, number 1s for your shotguns are hard to come by. So everybody should have already had that stuff prepared before things got out of hand. Because you're gonna, like I say, no matter where you go, and nobody in this country is gonna be immune from what's gonna happen. You know, as people appetites increase, they're gonna need stuff. There ain't no stuff in the cities anymore. There's no stuff in I'm just telling you how it is. I mean, we used to have shopping malls. We have like maybe 2 malls, and ain't nothing in there. Most of them empty. They closed all the movie theaters. You heard about that. They closed. Regal Cinemas went out of business. See, that's what I'm saying. So we got like Cinemark now, a couple of Cinemarks, but it's an apocalypse for those places. Like I say, retail, restaurants, they in the housing industry, they ready about the bus. Oh, okay. So let me tell you this. We're gonna go to war for China pretty soon. It's just a matter of time. I figure by January we'll be in a shooting war with them because we put a new base out there right in the middle of the South China Sea. And they pissed off about it. They was already pissed off about Taiwan. And now they just waiting to see who's gonna be in office because they doing cyber attacks right now. They doing cyber attacks every day. They messing with our system. They're gonna see how they can hurt us. And like I mentioned before on my last video with that AI they got the technology to do it because that's why we keep fighting them so much because they don't have any regulations to stop them from doing whatever they want to do. And right now, since we owe China 25% of our income, because that you didn't know that, but we do. We owe China 25% of our income because we owe money to them. I don't know how we end up with that situation, but we do. Yeah, so it's going to be it's something, like I said, it's something we can't deal with. Oh wow, movie theaters have become the new blockbuster. You understand, of course, you so right. I remember when Blockbuster was going out of business, I bought a lot of their DVDs. That's how come I got so many DVDs. They were selling them for $6, $7, 3 for $5. So I bought them all. Yep, the Blockbuster around the corner went out of business, and that's what the movie theaters are now. Congress is why we owe them so much. Yes, you're right. Like I say, the Congress, man, it's gonna be a change in Congress because I think some people for to lose their job, and some of the people that need to lose their job didn't run. I don't know why, but I was hoping that they get rid of some of them people that have been in there for 50, 60 years because they've been promising us this, but you can't feed your family on campaign promises. You know what I mean? They promised us a stimulus back in July. Remember? Back around July, they promised us to give us a stimulus. Then they say, well, we're going to give it to you before we go on a break in August. Then they say, well, September came, we're going to give it to you before the holiday. Then October came, we say, we're going to get it done before this week. The president stepped in and said, y'all need to get it done, and we're going to sign it. They say, okay, we're going to get it done. Then McConnell said, we're not going to get it done. I ain't going to do it. We're going to wait till after the election. Now, we wait until after the election because it's all about politics. And that just goes to show you who controls this country. The senators in the House of Representatives control this country. And if you voted for the wrong senator, then you have nothing to say because they're the ones that doing it to us. They kicking it. Nasty Nancy and Chuck E. Cheese Schumer. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese here just closed up. But Chuck, I know Schumer, yeah. Yep, they didn't run this year. I was hoping they did and see how they feel when they get voted out of office, but that's not happening. It's not happening. And like I said, if you ever follow money, like I said, I told people last time, they got on YouTube, you can go and type in the top 10 highest paid senators, and you'll find out that we have some senators that make millions. Millions. I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3 million. I'm talking about 30, 40, $50 million. And I don't know why they even want to be a senator when you're making that kind of money. Federal Reserve is the problem. They print script every time the government wants the money. Yeah, but you see, you just said the right answer. You said they print it when the government wanted. If the government didn't want it, they wouldn't print it. So I'm just saying it's a double-edged sword. So that's what I'm saying. So we in trouble. Like I was telling people earlier, the financial collapse is coming. Wall Street is about to drop. I mean, we're on a bubble. The crash is coming, and it's going to burst. We're on the bubble. It's going to burst. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen first. I don't know if the food crisis is going to happen first or if the Wall Street crash is going to happen first. But either one that happens first, you need to be prepared. You need to be afraid. You definitely need to be afraid. See, I'm in Ohio. We got so many militia. We got Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania. We got militia. We got good militia. We got bad militia. We got them. We got them here. I'm not gonna bullshit you. We got them here. I used to watch them go out to Richfield and practice. I used to play. See, I used to play plant ball. paintball first came out, I used to get myself and my comic fleas and go out to the woods and be out there playing paintball. That's when I first ran into the militias. We'd be out there doing our thing out in Richfield, and the militia was out there. These nice guys. I used to talk with them. We used to hang around, drink a few beers. And yeah, so I know we got militia. And like I say, I mean, all of them not good, all of them not bad. Some of them you got the extreme left, some of them you got the extreme right. And then everybody know that NFFC, whatever it is, you know how crazy they are. So I'm just saying, I'm not gonna fool around with either one of those militia parties because I'm just me and my family's gonna be our militia. We just gonna try to take care of ourselves. Like I say, you got a militia, that's even better for you because you're gonna need to defend those farmers. You know, because like I say, these gangs and these people in the city, you're gonna have to go out there and you're gonna have to deal with them. So if you're in a small town like a Mayberry or a Petticoat Junction or something like that, you need to get together with your friends right now because I'm gonna tell you though, not everybody that's gonna come out there is gonna be an enemy. I mean, I don't want you to see a mother and a father and two kids out there and you say you're gonna cut their heads off and put on pikes because they might legitimately be out there starving and just didn't know what else to do and had to run. Because shit, I might have to run. I even got a backup plan for my backup plan for my backup plan. So I'm planning on bugging in. I mean, there's no doubt. I'm no good in the woods. I'm not, maybe if I would have been 25, 30 years old, yes, but shit, that'd have been 30, 40 years ago. I'm not good in the woods. I'm gonna just put it that way. If you are a real American, you are the militia. Yes, that's why I said me and my family gonna be the militia. We're gonna sit up here and we're gonna do the right thing. So let's see. Yeah, that's Nana Bender. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's gonna be the hardest thing to do. That's gonna be the hardest thing to do to know who to trust because it's gonna be good people. It's gonna be bad people. And right now, where I'm at in the city, I say right now there's only like 4 families on the street of 150 families I can trust that I include in my group I got their back, they got my back. But the other ones, I have no idea what might happen and how they are going to be when things go bad. So it's a matter of trust. You see what I'm saying? You never know. And then, like I just say, I pray every day. I get myself spiritually ready just in case things happen. I won't have any regrets if I go out there and things become to the point where it's a shooting battle that I'm saved because I know some of these things they have out here, some of these guns they have out here, I'm outgunned. I mean, they don't just have semi-automatic weapons; they got fully automatic weapons, and I have no idea how they get them. And like I said, I'm just outgunned. I always wanted to be at least on the same level that they are, but now I know I'm not. So, like I said, I just hope that I have enough people with me, my family members and the people that's in my group can make it down here to do what we need to do, or else it's going to be a hard road. But that's just me. That's my situation, and I'm here in the city. Like I say, and I'm not afraid of that, but I'm afraid of other people that's not prepared, that I might have to do something to, that might have to do something to me, and they might have to do something to you because they're not listening to the message. And that's going to be the worst part. If everybody in this country started to put away stuff, started to save food, start to prep, it wouldn't be so bad. It'll be better. But you got these people that can't even follow a simple rule, but like stay 6 feet away and wear a mask when you go to the store. And they just spread that damn thing all over the place. And now we yeah, I seen where they do have a switch for some Glocks, but I'm not gonna fool with it now because I might waste more ammo than I use to hit. Because I figure if my first shot is on target, I don't have to worry about them shooting me. Yeah, that's why I used to practice. let's say a lot of groups have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Yeah, yeah, but it's like that, and I have seen it. I have seen groups like that before. Like in 1968, we had our last riot here. I mean, we had a riot in '66. I remember that. We had a riot in '68. I remember that. But we had our last riot, and then this summer, you remember, they went down and burnt, set Cleveland on fire. Burnt a few cars, broke a lot of windows down 9th Street. I'm just glad that they didn't wreck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or tear up the stadiums. But they did a lot of damage. Some stores are just now reopening. You had a downtown store that just now reopened in the Heinz, and they attacked the what was that? The Justice Center. They broke out windows, spray painted a lot of stuff. I mean, it was a riot. And it didn't last for 1 hour or 2 hours. It lasted until it got dark, and they were still out in the middle of the street dancing and dragging garbage cans all over the place. It was a mess. So I'm just saying, it's just crazy out here. That's what I'm saying. The mindset of these people, they're not leaders, they're followers. And they will follow anybody that tell them what to do. And that was Antifa Black Lives Matter rally, which got really ugly out there. Really ugly fast. Let's see. I'm a little fellow in the 60s, but I remember quite a few riots. Yeah, like Detroit had a big one. Up in that Detroit area, they had a big one. Hello from Detroit, brother. Yeah, okay. That's Detroit Prepper. He's in the house. Pulse Jet's in the house. It's like I said, Lou Offset is in the house. Reopening just in time for the lockdown. Yeah, well, you're right. I mean, see, some companies are just now reopening. I'm gonna tell you the companies that are making money. And I might be wrong about this, but it's the online companies that are making money. And it's the people that delivering food to your house that's making money. The companies, maybe not so much the people, but the companies. Now, everybody knows that the national minimum wage is $7.25. And before all this stuff happened, before all the virus and stuff happened, we had peaceful protests out here in America where people were protesting to make a minimum wage of $15. Everybody wanted to make $15 an hour. Now, most companies are right now paying anywhere from $11 to $15 right now. That's well above the minimum wage of the federal government. But see what I'm saying? See how things shifted? I mean, you out there protesting for a living wage. Now you got a living. You can make almost a living wage. I mean, it's not enough to live on. To me, $7 an hour have me starving. But I mean, it's enough to get started. If you had to get a second job, you could. But like I'm saying, but there's no place to go. You know what I mean? Other than Amazon, being an Uber Eats, Grubhub or something like that. It's some companies out there that's manufacturing these masks and stuff like that. These what they call them PPPs or whatever they are. You can go get those, but those jobs are so far out that if you live in a city, you got to go maybe to another city to get that work, or another county. Like I know this one company out in Portage County. I'm in Cuyahoga County. There's a company in Portage County is hiring. But you spend all your money, you're getting gas to go out there. Okay. Lala Farm is in the house. Hey, Rick, and Rick. 3 hours. So anyway, like I said, we're in the middle of a shit hit the fan situation. That's just a given. And if you don't think so, you need to look out your front door and you can see. Well, I can look out my front door. A lot of you people, y'all look out your front door, y'all say see trees or grazing land or cow pastures or whatever. But if I look out my front door, I can see the effect. I can see where my neighbor used to live across the street, got evicted. They gone. I didn't know them that well, but they gone. The house is vacant. Yeah, and I see where my neighbor that used to live on this side of the street, they got evicted. They didn't get evicted. They had to move because their house kept getting broken in by people. So they gone, but I got new people there, but nobody there. But I'm saying in the city, you can actually see on a sort of a small scale what's going on right now. I mean, it may not be like Germany or Italy or Greece. You know, those countries are shut down now, especially Germany. They shut down the other day. But we coming to that point again, and I don't want to see it because, like I said, my wife's working. She's one of them people that they call essential workers, and my daughter, she's working. But the last time they had a shutdown, she was shut down. You know, she's still trying to get her finances together. You know, but she was getting her finances together, and she got her own little company thing going. But that got hit hard. You know, her company got hit hard. But anyway, like I said, it's gonna be bad out there. And like I say, the weather, winter's coming. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even say winter's coming. Winter's here. I know some places out there in the Dakotas and in Minnesota, and places like that in Colorado, you guys got hit with a snowstorm already. Already. It's not going to be any better. Okay. So many living in tents and homeless. Sad. You're right about that. I mean, we had them here, but we don't have them like that anymore. We still have them here. They coming back, but they moved them for the convention. I don't know what happened to them. But I know out in California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, they have blocks and blocks of people in tents. You know, a few years ago, I took my wife on I think it was our 30th wedding anniversary. Our 30th wedding anniversary, we went to Hawaii. We went to a cruise. Matter of fact, we didn't just go to Hawaii. We went on a cruise ship. We was on a cruise ship that hit every city in Hawaii, that hit every island, you know. And you got a chance to get off the island, get off the boat and go on the excursions. We took every excursion. I mean, I went up on the top of the mountains. I went past the clouds. I went up on these places, seen all the lava flows and all this stuff. I went everywhere, you know, like our 30th anniversary. And I also got to see the people living in tents under the freeway bridges in Hawaii, you know. So I'm saying it's everywhere. And I didn't think they had it, but in New York when I was a kid, you know, because New York, you know, you had people living in the subways and in underground tunnels and stuff, but it's everywhere now. I mean, you know, Illinois, it's everywhere, you know. I don't know if they got it in Florida because, like I said, only time I was down in Florida, I was in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, but I was getting on the ship. I was getting on the plane and on the ship. But other than that, that's about it. So I don't know. It's getting bad out there. And then, like I said, if things get bad, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be some violence. I mean, it's 5 days to the election. And I'm not going to be naive and say that there won't be violence because there are already people out there that got their mind set on doing things to other people. And I don't understand it. But I mean, they're going to justify it because there's always people out there that's willing to shoot first and ask questions later. But I'm just saying, it's going to be violence. I'm pretty sure it won't be violence where I'm at. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be maybe violence out farther when you get to these smaller communities. There's going to be more how should I say this, volatile situation at the polls. And of course, it's going to be screaming and hollering and cheating this and cheating that. But shit, that's what politicians do. That's the way I look at it. I don't trust no politician. Like I say, I deal with the local officials that's on my level, you know, my city and county officials. You know, I deal with them because they in my county and they in my city and they know my situation. But when I start to get to the state level, it's 50-50. So you never know. I mean, when you get to the federal level, they are stealing. They are stealing money. Stay safe in prayer. Your family. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nana. Yeah, so like I say, it's just crazy. It is crazy. And I don't in capital. I know what you're talking about. Hey, Magic Ball, haven't heard from you in a while. Let's see. Yeah, so like I said, I just really I wanted to, but it turned into a rant. I'm gonna just say it that way. I wanted to tell people that we should be afraid. We got good reason to be afraid, and things are not gonna get any better. I mean, people think that when this election is over, no matter who wins or lose, everything's gonna get better. Ain't nothing gonna get better. Everything's gonna get worse because we already going downhill. It ain't like you gonna. It's a snowball. Okay, it's a snowball that's rolling, rolling, rolling downhill. And you know, once the snowball gets to rolling, it starts to picking up speed, and everybody think, okay, this election is a heal all, cure all. It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get up there and you're gonna stand in front of the snowball and try to put your hands up and think you're gonna stop it. You're gonna get sucked up into it. Because right now, until they control this virus and get so people can get out and get open, because I miss my karaoke. I ain't gonna lie to you. I miss going to karaoke. And I can't go to karaoke because they closed the place. I mean, the only thing you can do is take out. I don't want to go there for that. And then, you know, you got all these other places. You know, they just opened, like I said, the one set of movie theaters we got left, which is Cinemark, you know, but the other one went out. And then they got all these restaurants that have never recovered. They went under. All them people out of work, out of business. So I'm just saying, it's just a hard truth. And like I say, whoever wins this election, it's gonna keep going until it hit rock bottom. And that's what we're gonna be. The snowball is coming. Then it's going, bam, right at the bottom where it's supposed to be. And then we do the reset. And then you get to do everything you need to do. But when that snowball rolls down the hill, and you got little trees, big trees, houses, whatever's in its way is gonna get sucked up into that snowball. Okay, and that's like the food shortage, the banking industry is on the bubble, the housing industry is on the bubble, and all this other stuff that's happening out there, and then a war. It's all gonna get sucked up into the snowball until we hit rock bottom, and then we'll be able to fight our way back up. So, like I say, the best thing to do while everything is unraveling out there is be aware and be prepared and start stocking up. I mean, like I said once in my video when I first heard about FEMA, and FEMA used to tell us, because you haven't heard too much about FEMA, but when FEMA first told us you need to have week worth of supply, I got that. Then they said you need to have 30 days worth of supply, I got that. Then they said you need to have 6 months of supply, I got that. So I'm gonna tell you need to have close to a year worth of supply. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's gonna take that long after we hit the bottom for us to even have a recovery. I'm just saying, and it's a sad thing. I mean, I'm not doom and gloom. I don't want none of this to happen. But anytime, to me, I'm a big Halloween fan. I love dressing up at Halloween to scare the kids when they come knocking on my door. I have fun. I watch them little kids run and cry. And they do all this stuff, and I video record it. And it's so funny to me, you know, like America's Funniest Home Video. But there's no Halloween. Anytime you take something from the kids, then you know something is happening. You know, they talking about right now, none of our schools are open as far as full time. They're supposed to open this week full time, but they're still on remote learning because they're trying to close my county. We gonna be in purple. Never heard of purple before. You know, that's the highest you can go. And so, like I said, it's gonna be bad. Remember to hit the like button. Okay. Yeah, I understand. That's $8. No East Florida started running stores this morning. The grocery store shelves are empty. Wow. Yep. That's crazy. Is it because of the storm at all our farms, or the storm already came through? Is it just because they worried about what's going to happen in the election? Because see, you don't want to be out in the streets after the election. You want to make sure everything is calm. I'll be wholesale. Go Browns. There you go. Go Browns. Still can't beat Pittsburgh though. That's the same. Go Browns anyway. That's my team. Cleveland. I root for all our teams. Yep. But anyway, I just pray. All we can do is pray. Those of you that can pray, just pray for the country. You know, pray for your friends, pray for your family, pray for the country that things don't get much worse. Because I didn't even get a chance to mention the sleeper cells out there, because I think I mentioned them in the last video when I was talking about those Russians with those suits, and I found a video that you can go to. I should have put a link in it. I found the video. You can go see those suits I was talking about. Those suits that the Russians wear. I think they call RD3 suits. Yeah, you could go see them. You'll see what I was talking about. They got them, and those troops that got them was up there along the Canadian border, somewhere up around Maine, up in that area, because they're gonna come through that way with these suits on. It's like I would say a platoon, not a platoon, a division, maybe a battalion. Battalion's like 900 soldiers, so it might be like a battalion of soldiers with these suits that I know about. That's what I know. They got these suits. I don't know exactly where they're stationed at, but I know that's where they have. They're gonna roll down. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But I'm just saying, we got these sleeper cells right now. They're working to knock out our power grid, and this is the best time to do it. If I was a sleeper cell, while we got so much chaos going on in this country right now, you could just basically walk right in. I mean, get your foothold in, and then you could go from there. But I hate to see something like that happen, because then we're really in trouble. Let's see. Nana says her Halloween was canceled. Where she live at too? Wow. Yeah, see, it's all for the children, you know. It's all fun. They like to get candy. And I give, like I say, I used to give away full-size candy bars. You know, and I decorated my house, you know, put a little scary stuff on there. And the kids always have fun, but not this year. Not this year. Yeah, so what can you say? Because like I said, I wouldn't want my kid to be out on the street anyway. Not so much that the virus is out there. That lately we've been having a lot of shootings around here. I don't know. We never had this much shooting, but we having a lot of shooting. We got a lot of new people that have moved in with relatives because of this housing crisis, this rent crisis. I noticed a lot of new faces. I haven't seen a lot of faces that I recognize lately, but I noticed when I'm standing on my yard, standing on my porch, sitting in my yard, I noticed a lot of new faces that I haven't seen in my neighborhood before, because everybody got to come across my property to go down to the stores down the corner. And they're walking right by and I see them. And I noticed we got a lot of new, younger faces in the neighborhood. And from what I understand, some of them, they used to live other places, but they had to move their families into with another family. See, that's what causes a lot of problems when you get a lot of people stacked up together in these homes, you know, because they lost their jobs and they looking for jobs and money and whatever they could get. Because sometimes when you can't find stuff legally, you start to try to do stuff illegally, and that's when you have problems. When people lose their homes and get desperate, they make poor decisions. You're right about that. And a lot of them make a lot of poor decisions. Like I said, I've been hearing a lot of shootings lately. I mean, shots fired. Let me put it that way. I mean, I ain't never heard that many shots fired before in my life. I mean, used to be one in every blue moon you might hear something, but I mean, this is like constant. You know, like every other night you hear somebody out there firing off a gun, and it's not even the 4th of July. So I know it's not fireworks. But that's the city for you, you know. Things change. You know, like I say, it's fluid. You know, one year everything's fine, everybody's having block parties, everything's good. The next year things turn out to be bad. It's my dog. It's somebody on the porch, I guess. Probably mailman. Let's say smart girl in New York says, we finally able to do indoor dining 4 weeks ago. The mayor is considering shutting down it on 25% capacity. Yeah. Like I say, we do outdoor takeout here, and then they set up all these tables down on. Pig, come here. Come here. He's looking at the door. You know, probably Amazon or UPS is dropping off a package on the front porch. Yeah, so like I said, that's my little dog. Y'all seen him in some of my videos. He only this big, but this big. We call him guinea pig because that's what he looked like. Yeah, that's why I say that's all I need is my dog to bark. Good alarm, good watchdog. He ain't got to be a big dog. He just got to be a loud dog. See, now any other time I need to grab my pistol. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You need an alarm system on your house, and that's my alarm system. I got cameras. Got cameras all the way around. I ain't taking no chances. Ain't taking no chances, especially in the city. I'm too old. Like I said once in my other video, back in my old days, 3 or 4 guys try to break in. I can probably handle myself pretty well. I might not win the fight, but I know at least 1 or 2 of them ain't coming back out. But nowadays, 3 or 4 guys come in. I know I ain't gonna win the fight unless I got something, and I got something, and it's no secret, you know. So it's like this: best deterrent is a deterrent. Is what I'm gonna just say. If they know that you have something in your house, they might not want to break in that house to see what you have because they might get it the wrong way. And that's the way I feel about it. When I was a young man, we had this one guy who used to live on our street. We call him Crazy Joe. He was a World War II veteran, Crazy Joe, and when he came home from World War II, I guess he brought a lot of stuff home with him. He actually had a grenade. He used to show that grenade off all the time. He actually had a live grenade, and the Crazy Joe, nobody on the block or in the neighborhood would mess with him. Everybody knew he was crazy. Everybody knew that man was crazy, and everybody respected him. They see him coming down there, and they would speak to him. Yep. How you doing, Mr. Jones? How you doing? Yeah, doing okay. I got my eyes on you. That's what he used to always say. I got my eyes on you. and I'm like 11, 12 years old. But Mr. Jones, he had his eyes on all of us. Yeah, but he was the nicest guy. He passed away too. He had cancer. He was a World War II veteran. I remember Mr. Jones. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the best deterrent is the people know you got something, and they won't take your house. They go try to take somebody else's house because they don't want to have a shootout unless they stupid. You know, you never want to try to mess with nobody that's got something. Let's say North Dimension Homestead. Hello, Grandpa Prepper. How are you tonight, sir? I'm doing good. It's nice in Ohio. We got a little rain from the storm, but it's nice out here. You know, I'm just sitting down and relaxing, just talking, trying to tell everybody that we need to be ready because things are going to get bad. But everybody knows things are going to get bad. So I feel like sometimes I'm in church right now. I'm preaching to the choir, but I just want the choir to know that it's here now. So keep your eyes open because see, nobody knows when you're going to bug out. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not bugging out. I'm not leaving my homestead, my house, or whatever. But I'm not going anywhere. But what if I was going somewhere and I had to leave? When would I leave? Now I'm thinking, well, my job is closed up, and I ain't got nothing else to do, nothing else to leave. It's time for me to make that move before everybody else do. I would say that I'd be already in a van heading out to bug out. Find me a nice location and get it all set up before the winter comes, before the snow comes. Because that's what I would do. I would be gone if I was bugging out. I wouldn't be here because things are too unstable. Like I say, they rattling, they unraveling fast. Hold on here. What's this? Oh. Okay. Yeah, so anyway. Hey, just be prepping. This is how Stalin took down the Ukraine 9 years before World War II. He started with the crops and the food. We can't let them mess with our food. I mean, the farmers are the backbone, and you can't let them mess with our trucking industry. The trucking is the lifeline of America. I knew truckers. My best friend, he was a trucker before he started driving the RTA bus, our regional transport bus. He was a truck driver for 3 years. He was a truck driver. He was a teamster. And I grew up with a guy. He was a trucker. That's why my best friend ended up being a trucker. He liked what he used to tell him about the stories. But anyway, you can't mess with the trucking industry. I mean, even though they're trying to replace them with these AI trucks and stuff like that, but you cut off our truck line, which is like cutting off the arteries. You know, you're gonna die. You cut off a whole city. And farmers, you know, the farmers is the backbone of America. Farmers always been the backbone of America. I don't care what nobody tell me about people that live in the city or anything like that. Oh, we make this, we make that. You don't make anything. You know, because if they don't feed you, you don't eat. And that's the way it is. It's a victory garden for all of us. Shared Wars. Yeah, I love Shared Wars. I can't wait for it to come back this year. I can't wait for Shared Wars to come back. I met some of my best people on watching Shared Wars. You know, and they know who they are. You know, Willie Grow. I love him, and the Arkansas woodcutter. Them two guys, they hilarious. Lala Farms. Yep. Let's see. If you need diesel, make sure you get it in advance. It's having crisis. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if you guys remember back when they had the energy crisis and OPEC became into power, that we had to go through these gas lines. You know, they gave us a day to gas up. You know, they say if your last name is in this number and your license plate number was this number, you had to go gas up on a Thursday. I remember that. You know, I was driving in. I remember the OPEC when they came in and they hit us with the oil embargo. And we had to gas up. And they cut out these trucks. It's going to be another oil embargo. Ain't nobody going to have nothing. Things are going to get tough. And that's what's going to happen. Hey, Emily Gross. Oh, okay. I dropped Shared Wars. It was giving me anxiety having too much. No, don't get anxiety. It was pretty funny. I'm going to Shared Wars next year. Okay, I expect to see you there. That's Gale Southern Living. Yeah, they've been recruiting a lot of people to go to the Shared Wars this year. All right. My grandson, he's got to leave. So I see you later, Shaky. Let's see. Yeah, so like I said, it's been over an hour, and I wasn't planning on talking too much. Sometimes I get to drifting a lot, and I get off of what I want to say, and I get to talking about other things. But I try to get my point across. That's why I like to make my little videos, and I do them short because I can get straight to the point, and I won't have to get to drifting like I do now. But I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer because I know you're probably getting tired of hearing me talk, or sometimes I get tired of hearing myself talk. Congress sucks. They promised us a stimulus in July, and they won't give it to us after the election. They play politics with it, okay? People are losing their jobs and their homes, and people are losing their places they stay at if you got rental property. I mean, if they rent, they lose it. No matter who wins, the snowball is still rolling downhill. They can stand in front of it and say, stop, I'm a winner. It ain't going to matter. They're going to roll by it over them too. So like I say, and next time you get a chance to vote for McConnell or Pelosi, I wouldn't vote for neither one of them because they played politics. They should have did some bipartisan stuff to save the people instead of doing what they did. I'd have lost all respect for them two people because they played politics with it. They need to get out. And then when the money and the Wall Street crash, only people are going to have money and control everybody is the elite families. Oh, and another thing that I heard today that other than that F-16 thing that was flying over Arizona out there by the president is they want to reclassify fruit and vegetables as a medicine. Now, I don't know too much about it. I just seen it today. Something about what is it, Rockefeller Food Foundation or something like that. They want to reclassify fruit and vegetable as medicine. So it's always something behind that. So next thing you know, they're going to want to reclassify fish as vegetables too, or something like that. I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on. All right, then. I kept you guys long enough. I've been talking for an hour. I could probably talk about another 2-3 hours, but I'm not like that because I'll basically be repeating the same thing. And and I'll just make you guys bored. And like I said, remember, this is not the calm before the storm. We are in the eye of the storm, and it's only going to get worse. All right. All right, then. So thank everybody for coming, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you.